everyone. Welcome to this trading journey. So today we're going to be talking about entry identification for beginners, for those that are just starting to trade, and even professionals can also use them. Professionals can also use them. So I'm going to be doing a two video concerning this. Now this will be the short-term movement, and the next video will be a look for long-term, how to spot a continuous movement, whether being bullish or bearish. So now we'll talk about how to spot the entry, how to spot the entry. So this is just going to be a continuation of what we discussed in the previous video. So it's going to be a continuation. So I'm just going to rush this up because I will make it very simple, very plain, and very clear. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and help us grow. And share the video, please. Share the video. So if you have any question, there will be a Telegram page which will be on the description, and also an Instagram handle which should be on the description. So give me your question and I'll give you answers to it. Thank you very much. So yesterday we talked about market structure. We talked about how the market moves. So we discussed the market structure yesterday. So on and so forth. So this is the structure of the market. This is the structure of the market. The market flow. We call it the market flow. So now we said on the previous video that this is the bearish movement and this is the bullish movement. Going down is bearish and going up is bullish. So we can't call this just this move a bullish movement, though it's going up. So but the move which highs, a lot of highs has been taken out. That's what we call bullish movement. So also for the bearish movement. Now, I told you in the previous video how we can spot it. So let's just continue from there. So the market is coming from a downtrend and you are looking for a buy. You're looking for a buy. You are just looking for where to buy, not to sell. Now, don't trade buy because the market is going up. Do not trade buy because the market is going up, and do not trade sell because the market is going down. You need to have a structure, a plan. You need to know what to see before trading, before taking a trade. So that's what we're going to do now. What you should see before taking a buy trade or a sell trade. Now, and in this strategy, I would call it. So in this strategy, the higher the time frame, the more there is to its possibilities. The higher the time frame, the more there is to its possibility. So, like we said, that the market is coming from a downtrend. Market is coming. Remember, see now, watch these structures. You see that the moves always take out the previous low. The move downwards always take out the previous low, and when it comes up, it does not take out the previous high. You must take note of these two: the previous low and the previous high. The down move must take the previous low, and also it must not take the previous high. So if it did not take the previous high, know that it's not going to buy. If the move does not take out the previous high, it will not buy. And if it takes out the previous low and did not take out the high, it's still going to sell. It's still going to drop. It's still going to drop. It's still going to drop. So, like I said, this is what we should see. We should always watch out for the last high, the last lower high. We should always watch out for the last lower high. Now, and in this case, this is the last lower high, and we see a break of structure. We see a break of structure. It is called, you see something like BOS. on any chart, if you see something like BOS, it's called break of structure. So you see something like a break of structure. Now look how many highs have been taken out. One, two. At least let two highs be taken out. Two highs, just to be very sure and to be very clear. Now, this is your first sign that the market is changing direction. This is your first sign that the market is changing direction. And up next, you should wait for a retest because the market, no matter where it goes to, so it can go all the way up right here. You must wait for the retest as a starter because there are other things that professionals can see on the lower time frame, maybe in 1 minute, 3 minutes, that they will take the buy, even if it's not retest, they know it's going to go more up. So you as a beginner or even as a professional, you must wait for the retest to the previous low. Now, most of the time, it comes back to the previous low, which is this point. It comes back to the previous low. It must come back to if there is low around here, if the low is around in this area, it will come to retest to this here, to come to retest there. If it is right here, it will come to retest here. So the whole essence is that wait for a break and a retest. So once you get your retest, to many professionals, this is a confirmation for entry. The retest is where you enter. The retest of the low is where you take your trades. Now, there might be other things which have happened backwards at the back. There might be other things like there may be a zone, a bullish zone is right here. So the market came to respect that bullish zone. So when you see something like this, you take your buy. And also, okay, no, I'm not going to talk about the continuation. Okay. So you might also see a retest, a retest of the same higher low, of the same higher low. It might come back to retest. So when you see a retest again, it will still buy, take the trade because it is just the second time, so it will still buy. So take the trade, right? So this is for taking a bullish trade. If you're looking for a bullish movement, so these are the criteria you should see: a break of structure and a retest, a break and a retest, break and a retest. Many people call it break and retest strategy. So there's a break and a retest. So that's what you should look for. If this is very simple and it is very easy to spot if you focus and master it in the charts. It's very easy to spot. So that's why you should look for a break and a retest. So maybe you take your entry here, you take your entry here. So many people always ask, where can I get out of the market? Where should I place my stop loss? Where can I take my profit? Your stop loss should be below the low, this low right here. So your stop loss should be below this low right here. Stop loss should be below this low. Stop loss should be below this low. And your take profit. This is my advice, and this is what I normally give. Just to get the fullest of what you're doing. Where you want to take your take profit, if you see maybe the market is going up or going bullish, and you see a break of structure, sorry, and you see a break of structure for a bearish move, that's where you take a profit. If you see a break of the previous higher low, the previous higher low, and watch this just as the same way I explained right here, is also the same thing right here. This move did not take out this previous low. This did not take out this, but the move took out the high. When it takes out the high and it did not take out the low, it means we are also going bullish. It's a continuous movement. When it takes out the high and did not take out the low, the previous low, when it takes out the previous high and do not take out the previous low, no, we are going for a continuous bullish movement. A continuous bullish movement, right? So now, what do you see here? We see this move did not take out the previous high. It did not take out the previous high. See where it got to, then broke, took out the previous low. Not take out the previous high, but took out the previous low. So that's a change of direction. So this is the area you take your profit. from the previous trade. That's the area you take your profit, and that's the area you look for a sell entry. So you wait for the break and also wait for the retest. Wait for the retest to any low, to the previous low that is around in this area, right? That is around the area. Are you getting this, guys? Are you get what I'm saying? So that's really what you do. That's what you do. So we'll look at these things on the chart right now. We'll look at them on the chart. We'll try to spot them on the chart. So just remember everything I just said right here. So let's spot them in the chart. Okay, so let's use Euro USD as a case study. Now, like I said, the higher the time frame, the better it is. So, but let's go to the 15 minutes so it can be more practical for everyone. So watch this case study. Now, let's say we are coming from a downtrend, right? We are coming from a downtrend. Now, this is our case study because we are coming from a downtrend. Now, watch this. Watch this. This is a downtrend. This is a high. This is a high. This is a low. High. A low. Now, watch this. This move right here. Watch the move right here. Then watch the break of structure. So maybe you don't validate this as a high. You validated this as the main high. All are the same. So this is a high. So you see the break of structure. Where did it retested? The previous low before the break. The low before the break. The low before the break. Right? The low before the break. You see a retest. You took your trades. Maybe you are not. Many people are satisfied with the profit with this move. With just this move, can make a lot of money for you. So you see the break of structure, which I think I should put the text right here. Just put the text for yeah. It's called DOS. So you see something like this, a break of structure. You see a retest, and you take your trades. So it bought. Maybe you're not satisfied. It came back to retest again, the same area. Though this is a little manipulation, but your stop loss is below the low. Your stop loss is below the low. The stop loss is below the low. So you take your buy again. So we are still buying. We are still buying. Are you seeing this? We are still buying. So are you seeing what I'm showing you? We are still buying. That's for looking for a buy entry. Okay, let's look for a sell. Let's look for a sell. Let's see where it was buying. Okay, now, okay, this was buying for a long time. So this was buying for a long time. Huh? Now watch. It was buying for a long time. It was buying. This is a low right here. A low. The market came, did not break the low, did not take out the previous high. This retested the previous high, but no low has been broken right here. No low has been broken. No low. So we gain. So this is a low, a high. Sorry, this is a high, and this is a low. The low was taken out. The low was taken out. What do you do? Where was the previous high before this low was taken out? Right here. Right here. This was the previous before before the previous high. Sorry, this was the previous high before this low was taken out by this move. Came to retest the area, retested again, just a little push up. But I know your stop loss should be above. The stop loss should be above. We sold, right? We sold, we sold, we sold. We also came to retest again, to test the same area again. Are you seeing it? The same area again. It was selling. So that's how you can spot these things. So for you to be good in these things, you have to be on the chart regularly, regularly, regularly. You have to be on them, even onto the 5 minutes and any time frame you can spot them. Any time frame you can spot them. You can spot them, right? Okay, let's use 3 minutes. So let's use this as our case study. This right as our case study. Now see, we've been on. You seen it? You seen it? So the market was selling. This is actually a high. This is a high. So let's use anyone as a case study. So let's say we are using this as a case study. So it took out the high. So where is the previous low before the break? This was a low. This was the previous low. So what do? You wait for the retest. Where is the retest? Right here. You take your buy and you're going. Very simple. So also for selling. Yes. You get what I'm saying? Ah, so that's for that. That's for that. So next we're going to be talking about the how to spot a long-term move, a continuous move when the market is going to continue. If it's going to continue on buy or sell, how to spot them, and we'll be using a higher time frame, of that because it's best seen and very clear on a higher time frame. So thank you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing. And please do subscribe and share the video. Please share the video.